Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma practitioners, when it comes to our day-to-day life, especially when situations happen, mostly we blame and claim regarding other people, other situations. And we always complaining and point out to a lot of reasons, and we blaming towards others, and we always think it happened to me because of that, or because of this, or because of that person, like that. But when it come to your clear understanding, when it come to clear comprehension, when it come to sati sampajanya, when it come to vipassana knowledge, when it come to clear clarity, it is not somebody doing something to you. It's mostly the deeper condition of your mind reflect through somebody. There are things that to activate, you need a validation. And sometimes you have a ticket already. Only thing is you have to validate through somebody. So it is there. So your sanskara or defilement, mental formations, your situation, your unhappiness, sadness, worry, already there. And sometimes situation come through incident or through a person, what happening, you validate, you activate the whatever inherent inside you. It's kind of like a charcoal. You know, sometimes people put the charcoal and keep it in a fireplace for as a design, but it has the capability to ignite the fire and bring the heat. Only it need some little bit fire. So our inner nature also like that, even for the good and the bad, the both. Happiness and sadness, worry and joy, everything the same. So then yourself, you have to be more aware. When a situation comes, rather than looking for outside, you have to, right as soon as possible, you have to look the condition of your mind. In samatha, that is you develop undisturbed mind. But through vipassana practice, it is a skill that you able to start to see yourself. Because if you don't have the skill, what will happen? Even you look inside, you see that outside people through your inside. But when it comes to vipassana, when it comes to clear comprehension, what will happen? It change the pattern. When you look outside people, you start to see inside your mind. So if you don't practice the vipassana, what will happen? If you don't practice the meditation, what will happen? When a situation happen, incident happen, even you look inside, you see outside people inside you. When you look outside, you see outside people, and when you look inside, even you see the outside people or the incident or the situation inside you. Oh, that happened to me, this happened to me, because of that, because of this. You have complaint list. Complaint list. You know, sometimes we have activity list. And we have, sometimes when it comes to organization or the program, we have the vision and the mission. So when you don't practice any spiritual, or when you don't practice kind of like a try to purify yourself, what will happen? Your mission and your vision always depending from the worry, worry, sad, unhappy, fear. And your checklist, activity list related with always everybody around you. So then itself life become difficult for you and for others also. Why? Because you always complain. Even sometimes you not do it by words, by mentally you start that, it become a kind of like that is a more, remember, what you think become more strong than what you say. Your mental activities stronger than your verbal and physical activities. That's more powerful. See, sometimes when somebody passed away, see, your physical activity, your mental activity, your verbal activity cannot help others, but how you transfer the merits through you, through mind. See, it is invisible, so powerful, anyone can go through many existence. So then how about your husband, wife, children, friends and family members, neighbors, friends? What do you think it effect for them? So maybe you complain and maybe you blame them just in your mind, because you have no capacity or space to open your mouth or do anything else, but it become more powerful. So that's why, remember, if you know that, then you get out of it. But when you practice the vipassana or the meditation or any spiritual practice, if you try to purify yourself, what is happening? You reverse the pattern. You reverse the pattern means you start to recognize this everything can change by the condition of your mind. The way you think can change the situation. So then when the situation come, rather than look outside, you start to look the condition of your mind. And when it become powerful little by little, little by little, and you start to recognize this, most things around us happen because of our mind. Even how the people come together, and how the even the co-workers become more come closer, even the situations around you come closer. It's a kind of like a magnet inside you, the condition of your mind. So in the beginning, once you understand and once you see it, there is a way that you can neutralize it, otherwise you cannot. It's become kind of like energy, you go with it. So there is a way that you can neutralize this magnet energy, and that is the best way you can release from situation. Otherwise, from fighting with others and blaming to others and running away from situations, you cannot get out of this. But when you see there is a reason inside you and you recognize it and neutralize it and clear it, and then the situation change. Otherwise, through fighting, arguments, blaming, complaining, hating, afraid, becoming fearful, you cannot change situations. You cannot change people. The situation become more worst. So then remember yourself, when a situation come to you, it's mostly the way that you handle your mind, and take that responsibility. And then after tomorrow, then whatever happened yourself, rather than pointing out to the outside situation, the very first thing you have to look, Look what is the condition in your mind. If your mind with the greed, hatred, and the delusion, or the fear, unsatisfaction, or the doubt, what you have to do? Right away, shut down your bodily, verbally, and mentally action. Shut down. It is worth to be silence. In that moment, it is worth not to do anything, becoming kind of like a handicap. No, you don't do anything, just become completely numb. That's worth. Why? Because in that condition, whatever you do, there is a possibility it can take you to another bigger situation. So then it is a skill, because it is kind of like a you handling and you developing a situation inside you with your awareness. That is important, because you knowingly, that is you yourself, you work with the inside your situation. That is most important, and it is a kind of like a skill that you develop your awareness and consciousness. Because when you practice the meditation, as a result of this all you gain, you start to see your own mind. If it is necessary, then you change it. Otherwise, just seeing and looking and you don't stay without doing it. No, if it is necessary, you change it. And according to the necessary conditions, environment inside you. So there was one day, the Buddha went for Pindapata, for food. And sometimes he used to go a little bit early. When he go a little bit early, on the way, if somebody he meet, he have some discussion. And some days he go and on time, no any extra time. So that days he don't spend much time talking to each other, and just go and find some food and come back. But somehow one day, and he went, there was no time to discuss with somebody, and he just went for the Pindapata. On the way, what happened? There was a person called Achela Kassapa. And then he saw the Buddha. He ran behind the Buddha and told, "Oh, Venerable Sir, I have a question." So the Buddha said, "Achela Kassapa, this is not the time to have a conversation." Then again, Achela Kassapa was telling, "Oh, Venerable Sir, please, I have a question." So Buddha said, "Achela Kassapa, this is not the time. So it is better, let's talk, freely in another time. Please, Venerable Sir." And then I told, "Venerable Sir, I have just a little small question. Small question. Can you please answer this question?" So it's a small question. So Buddha said finally, "Okay, go ahead." And then asked Achela Kassapa, "Venerable Sir, what is this karma?" You see that he asked a small question, but that is one of the, the most complicated, question. And he asked, "Venerable Sir, what is this karma?" And then he point out certain things. Is this karma do ourselves, by us? Then the Buddha said, no. So then if the karma is doing somebody else, and then it effect for us, so then the Buddha said, no. So then ourselves, neither somebody else do this karma. Then the Buddha said, no. So then ourselves and somebody else both do this karma. The Buddha said, no. Then this karma happen automatically? No. So like that, this Achela Kasapa start to twist this question different ways, and to ask what is this karma. Then the Buddha said it is not like that. It's somebody doing it and then you get it. Why? Because then you come to a point, self, because somebody doing it. What is that somebody? If it is not the both, some that the you and or someone else, if it is happened somewhere else, what is that? See, this it's a kind of like, it go to question to another question. It's become tangle. So then the the Achela Kasyapa asks, what is this? So then the Buddha mentioned, the karma is not kind of like this somebody doing and somebody receiving or something like that. And it is mostly according to the necessary conditions and situation, the way that you hold and maintain your mind. And the condition of the mind, and when it come to the environment and the condition of the mind and the situation of the mind, and once the way start to hold it as this or that view start to create karma according to that view. So then when you want to get out of the karma, the important thing is get out of the view. But how you can get out of the view? What is the view means? View means, the idea of the self and centered. When you have the vision regarding the centered self, and then it become a view. Or maybe you can have a view that this or that, how the this or that come if there is no you. Always this or that also come as a result of you find a place, you settle down in a place, and according to that place you point out this or that. So because if you are not in this place, how are you going to mention this or that? So it always like that. So then in your life, always remember, even not what you hear, smell, taste, and the feel or even think or whatever, it is not itself going to make any karma. It itself not going to take you to any situation. But still, when it comes to that strong ascetic methods, some people believe, some believe this outside situation, outside conditions, an effect for us, and we have to stay away from it. But when it comes to the Buddhism, nothing wrong with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, even nothing wrong with the perception that you get. You see something, you see it as beautiful, ugly, that's it. But if you go with it, if you hate it or if you love it, and from where it come as a result of your past experience, mental formations. So then you develop something out of that, what you experience, interfering with your past experience, you build up something. That is become the karma. Chetanaham bhikkhave kammang vadami. So the karma related to the condition of the mind. So then always remember, pointing out this or that, even whatever things happening, or this person, because of this person, how that person come when there is no you. because there's you hold the place. That's why you point out that person. This person did it to me. So before you point out to that person, then you have to look the position that you hold, create that person in that place, in that position. So then the first responsibility come to you. So then what is you mean? You mean your condition of your mind. And if you go deeper, deeper, little by little, then you recognize it's always the, the reflection of your mind create the situation mostly. But if you deeply understand it with the sati sampajanyo, the clear comprehension, this everything, it is just the moment of experience. That's it. But if you allow it to become that way, that's it. But our way of life is always interfering, holding, clinging, grasping, settle down, putting a foundation on it, and building something with that, creating something with that. So that is what we do. So then what will happen? Well, then we have to maintain it. So then that maintain itself become a current. And then we ourselves sometimes we don't allow it to become free. We take it as a responsibility. That's why sometimes people say when situations come, rather than they look the reason, sometimes they, oh, it is my karma. I have to accept it. See, the people become so lazy to look. It is better for them to suffer, rather than looking what it is. But when it comes to vipassana, that's why I told in the beginning, you have to be strong, you have to physically, mentally be strong to look into reason, to analyze situation. The mostly why we fail in life, even when it comes to exams, study in conventional life, you know, education, mostly why we drop our dreams on the way in this journey, because our inner laziness. So that inner laziness, allow us to conventionally fail, and the spiritually also we go down, we stuck, and then we accept, oh, this is my karma, what to do? I have to accept it, I have to go through it. And at the same time, you don't see when that you become lazy, the jealousy come, hatred come, anger come, disappointment arise in you, unsatisfactory nature arise in you, fear arise in you. See, that laziness facilitate many other lot of things around you. So then get out of your laziness. And always remember, that's why be strong yourself, physically, mentally be strong conventionally. They're saying it called, strong your neck. That means there are a lot of difficulties going to come in physical life. You have to have a strong neck. What does that mean? Don't afraid to face for the situations. The boxers, when they practice boxing, one of the major part they exercise, their neck. If they have a weaker neck, they cannot hold any punch. They work out with the neck to hold the pressure, the punch. Why? Because other person hit to the face. If your neck is so weak, one shot, you go down. But in conventionally the life the same. Situation comes, If you don't have spiritual strong neck, one incident enough, your whole life, you you go down. Your whole life done. Your all the dreams, your the life desire, that whatever the things that you used to believe or do, everything, vanish, disappear. You just become kind of like you know the zombie. Why? Because now you accept that, and then what happening, the fear, and then jealousy, hatred, anger, frustration, unsatisfaction, this everything in you, and then everything come together, mix, it's kind of like a fruit salad, that everything together in you. How about when you wake up in the morning, you become more miserable, and then other people, how they can see you. When if somebody say, your husband or wife, children say good morning, oh good morning, you all that miserable, you know things come in the world. They're saying it called face your wash, wash your face. So the wash your face means you get out of your past. Every day you do that. You wash your face. Spiritually, remember, it's a wash your face means you get out of your past. Every day do it. Don't have a collective memory. Get out of whatever happened, no matter whatever happened, get out of it. Be fresh yourself. Wash your face every day. And another saying, wash your hands. Wash your hands means spiritually, you get out of, the situation. You are not interfering to it. You get out of it. I wash my hands. You you get out of it. You are not going to interfere with the situation. So then you have to look in day-to-day life. What are the situations? What are the things that you have to get out of? And another saying it called put on the garments. Put on the garments means the get ready. Get ready yourself to face for the life. You are not depending from somebody. You are not blaming to somebody. You take the fully responsibility to yourself. So every day you have to do this. Remember, every day wash your face. That's mean get out of your past. Wash your hands. Get out of unnecessary actions, interference. Put the garment, cloth on. That's mean get ready for your own responsibility, for your own life. Stand for your own salvation. And it's saying go to the closet. So what does that mean? Find your own space. Go to the complete silence. Whenever you have time, go to the complete silence. And that will develop, your life to be purify yourself little by little, little by little, little by little. So then remember, it's not the outside condition. It is mostly the condition of your mind. You have to work for that, consciously, continuously, consistently. You have to work for that and be strong and develop that physical, mental ability to face for the situation. Keep a strong neck, and that it is a, responsibility yourself. Otherwise, you cannot get out of from you. You always, see the reflection that everywhere you see, even inside you, you see other people, you blaming and claiming, fighting, you always find somebody. No, start to change that and see yourself, and you will see then there is a moment come, you can neutralize that. Once you neutralize this, that is the moment you're going to transform this point to your liberation. So it is possible. And during this pandemic time, try yourself. So we say, wash your hand, wash your face, and wash your cloth. We do every day, to find a good health. But remember, from now, start to do with the, you know, spiritual point of view. Start to do it. It is just not to get out of this, the virus. The virus, no, you just clean yourself deeply. So what is the biggest virus? Our ignorance, not this coronavirus. So forget about that. There every day something is going to happen, but get out of this ignorance. That is the biggest virus everywhere, all over the world. So if you become wise yourself to get out of from that virus, washing your face, that's mean get out of from your past. Washing your hands means get out of from unnecessary interference. And change the put the garments on, cloth on means get ready yourself with the strong neck. Don't afraid for any situation, and you get the responsibility, and go with that, and don't afraid to look yourself and clean yourself and neutralize yourself and be silent. End of the day, you go to the closet, complete silence, and you will see how things going to change. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.